We've come a long way. Here we are. The last chapter, it's been hours and hours and hours. But now we're down to 3, maybe 2 schools. If you're not down to 3 or 2, this might not help you very much. I'd go back to the last section and break it down to about 3 schools, maybe 2. Now we're going to narrow it down to 1 school. This is the most exciting time in your life because, listen, I'll be honest with you, you're about to break one coach's heart, but you're going to make one coach's day. You're going to make one coach's heart just jump with joy because he's waiting for you to make, or she's waiting for you to make that decision. I'm sorry I keep on saying he, but I'm a male. They're waiting for you to make that decision. There's another coach that's waiting for you to make that decision. To be honest with you, when you tell them no, they're going to be all right with it. They'd rather hear it from you now than in August. They'd rather hear it from you now than in October of your first year that you weren't supposed to be at that school. But now you need to take those 3 or 2 schools and we need to narrow it down to 1. And the way we do that is I take a filtering system. I'm going to take away a couple of things where you can really focus on the primary reason why you're going to school. And a lot of you know what that reason is. But we need to take a look at the bare bones of this university that you're looking at. Everything else out of the way, we're going to take the distractions out of the way and we're going to focus on what school is right for you. So the first thing that I'd like for you to do is I'd like for you right now in your 3 or 2 schools, take away the coaches from each team. Every coach is away. I know you have a great relationship with him or her. It's wonderful. They've been calling you. They've been by your court. You've been at their camp. You've talked to them on the phone. You've emailed them. You watched videos with them in it. Hopefully me. But I know you have a great relationship with that coach, but the coach is the last thing you need to think about. Take all of the coaches away. Now, what are you thinking about those 3 schools? Be honest with yourself right now. If every coach was not there and it was just the volleyball team, what's your decision now? Still can't decide? You still have 3 or 2? All right. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take away all the volleyball players. You're like, no. I really like Stephanie. She's one of my favorite people. Yeah, but Stephanie's probably going to graduate if she's already there. So let's take away the teams. Keep the culture there. The culture stays there of the teams. But let's take the players out of the way. If we take the team out of there, and then now it's just the school. The players are gone. The coach is gone. Really all you have left is the school. Now do you have your decision made? Is there one school that stands above the other? No? You still got 3 or 2 schools that you're still looking at? All right. I'm glad because I got a couple more things that we want to talk about. If you've already made your decision, you can fast forward a little bit. I don't know what the timing is going to be, but you can fast forward. Yay, congratulations. We're about ready to commit. But those of you that are still sitting there, I've taken the coach out of there where it was just the team. And I looked at the teams. And then I took the teams out of there and it's just the school. I haven't made my decision out of these top 3. All right, let's take out volleyball altogether. That is number 3 here. We took out the coach, we took out the team and the players. Let's take volleyball out of there. Let's say, for instance, that you are not a college volleyball player. Let's say, for instance, you're just a band member or just a regular person that wants to go to school. If you were just going to school there and volleyball was not involved, they didn't have a volleyball team at this school, and you never played volleyball in your life, okay? Here's a little hint: if you get injured where you can't play anymore, knock on wood, it's not going to happen. But if you get injured, you're not going to have volleyball. So, if volleyball is gone from this school, if the volleyball program does not exist, and again, all you're looking at is the school, would you go there? Or would you go to there? Or would you go to there? You got 3 schools. Have you eliminated one yet? Hopefully you eliminated one. Now we're down to 2. We got 2 schools. I like this school and I like this school. Even if they didn't have a volleyball program, I'm still debating between these 2 schools. Hopefully one's been gone. You really like the coach, but you didn't like the school. Coach is gone, you're gone. Now we're on to the next one. Okay? So if we take out volleyball, number 4, let's really focus on their academics. All right? Now, you like a lot of things about this school. That's why there's still 2 of them left. And they're still in your consideration because you love the coach, you love the school itself. Now let's focus on academics. Which one is going to get you a better job? Now, I'll tell you, if you go to a state school or you go to a private school, really all employers really want is know that you have a degree. But let's think about academics. Which ones challenge you the most? Which ones are the ones that fall within what you want out of an academic program? Is there one that stands out from the other one? Again, the coach is gone, the players are gone, the volleyball program's gone. Focus in on academics. Is there one that's better than the other one? Can you make your decision yet? Come on. I only got like 2 or 3 more. No? Still at 2 or 3, hopefully at 2. Let's be down to 2 by this point. So we focused on academics. Both of these schools have rigorous programs. Both of these schools have the academics I'm going to love. I love the professors there. I love the student to professor ratio. It's awesome. Maybe both of them are exactly the same. And you're like, oh, I can't make my decision yet. What I want you to do is I want you to take the school itself and take it out of the way. You are a 25-year-old adult and you're about to move to that town. Would you want to move to that town if the school wasn't there? Now we're getting a little bit really hypothetical. But it's a huge thing. If you have 2 schools that are exactly the same, okay? I'm trying to take those things that you think about that you think are so huge to you, and let's try to think about, let's go all the way down to, all right, what about if I removed the school itself? What town would I move to? Now there has to be one over the other. If they're in the same town, then you got to flip a coin or something. But by now, you should have a pretty good idea. You should have narrowed your school down to at least 2, if not down to 1. Now, before we call the coach and commit, I know you're excited. I know you can't wait to put it on Twitter and to put it on Instagram and to tell everybody in the whole world, after much decision, I've made up my mind. I'm taking my talents to South Beach, or I don't know, wherever, to Jackson, Mississippi. Come on, be you. But anyway, you've taken all the way to this time. Let's take just a little bit longer. And as you found your school, we've narrowed it down to 1. We've taken out the coach. We've taken out the players. We've taken out the volleyball program. We've focused in on the academics. And then we took the school out of there and we said, I just want the town. That's the last thing I have to do so you can narrow it down to 1. Now, we've got your dream school. You've been offered a position to play there. You've gone through all this other stuff, and now you are down to 1 school. Now my question comes to you, and the question is a big one. Is this the school for you, or is it for your parents? Is this the school for you, or so that you can wear their shirt? Is this the school that you are truly drawn to because of its academics and what they can add to you as a person, or what they can add to you in likes and comments and hearts on Instagram and retweets? Is this a school that God wants you to be at? If you don't believe in Jesus Christ or God, it's not a big deal with me. But it's a big deal with me. But is this the place that you want to go? All right. So many people I run into, they make decisions so that mom and dad can say, my daughter's going to Kansas State. Yes, it happened one time. Some girl turned me down for Kansas State. I'm still a little bitter about it, but I keep no records of wrong. But I don't want you to be going to a school for anybody else but yourself. So we had 5 when we started this, or we had 3 when we started this just a couple of minutes ago. We've taken the coach out, we've taken the players out, we've taken the volleyball program out, we've even taken the school out. We found our place, and now we know that this is the place for us. What a wonderful feeling. I told you we're going to take you from today to signing day, and signing day is coming up. We got some things to take care of before we have signing day. Those things we have to take care of is you started this day with 2 or 3 schools. You started this day with 4 or 5 schools. You have to deal with the other 4 or the other 1 or the other 3, the ones that you're not going to. You've got to make that phone call to a coach right now and break his or her heart. And I promise you, if you're down to this moment, they love you and they want you bad to come to their school. Now I'm envisioning you calling Bellhaven and telling me no. Now, I love all of my recruits and I really want what is best for them. And the coach you're about to call and tell no, you're not going to text him. You're not just not going to talk to him or her. You're going to call them. And this is what you're going to say. You're going to call that coach up and you're going to say, hey coach, what's going on? It's Susie or whatever your name is. And they probably already know who you are. Just say, hey coach, I just want to let you know, listen, I really appreciate you. I appreciate all you've done for me. And they're probably going to get the picture by then. They're going to say, don't say it, but you got to continue through. You're going to say, I just want to let you know it's been a really, really tough decision, coach. You've got a great program. You've got a great school. God's led me in another direction. I appreciate all you've done, and I wish you nothing but the best, and I pray for you. You don't have to add that in, but I just want to let you know that I've decided to go to another school. Now, you don't have to tell them what other school that is. And the coach is probably going to say, is there anything I can do to change your mind? Or the coach is going to say, you know what, Susie? I'm so happy for you. I'm glad you finally got that weight off your shoulders. You don't have to worry about it anymore. And you'll be taken aback by what coaches will say to you because you're going to think it's the worst. You're going to think they're going to yell at you. They're going to cuss you out. They're going to say, come back, come back. They're going to say, you know what? I'm glad you took the time to call me. It shows me a lot about your character. And please call. Do not text, do not text, do not text. And as soon as you've called all of your coaches to turn them down, you have one more phone call to make. And this is the time that you just need to sit back. I would really encourage you to bring some loved ones around. I would ask you to bring your parents in, anybody that's helped you along the journey. If you're with Dennis or Kip or Kara that I talked about before, maybe get them on a group call or call them right before you call the coach. Maybe sit down with them. But have your mom and dad there, maybe even your brothers and sisters, maybe even somebody that looks up to you as a fellow volleyball player that really wants to be like you. Maybe a girl that's in 9th grade. Have them around, and this is a huge moment. Get somebody to videotape you as you make this call. But you call up the coach. You say, hey, Coach D, I just wanted to call you and I wanted to tell you, listen, I love your program. I love how you coach these girls. I love the school. I can't wait to be a Blazer, a Bulldog, whatever it is. I want to tell you right now that I am officially committing to come to your school in 2021 or 2023 or whatever year it is. And you're going to hear a yeah on the other side. That coach is going to be so excited. And now you've committed to a school. It's the most unbelievable time in your life. It means so much to me. Commitments to me are the greatest days of my life. They're the hardest days of my life too, because most of the girls that I talk to that are telling me that they're not going to come to my school, I've been in a friendship with them for over a year. And the friendship never ends. You still talk to them. You might play against them. That's really hard for me as a coach. Please don't go to a school that I play against. But that's a hard call to make, to say no, but it's a great call to say yes. It starts a relationship between you and the coach where now you can add value to each other, because what that coach is going to say, great, yes, let's go do it. Now, you got a lot of work to do. Go get your friends to come. Go get this. Go hit the weight machine. Go do this. They're going to tell you a bunch of stuff. But man, let's just celebrate. You made that decision. You come down to the school of your dreams. Whether they give you a full scholarship or not, you made that decision. Now you know where you go. And you call that coach and you first off just tell him, I love you. I love your program. I love the school. I love the town. I love everything that the school and the program stands for. And I want to be a part of your program. I want to be a Blazer. I want to be a Bulldog. I want to be an Eagle. Whatever it is, you say that. You say it with conviction. And they say, okay. And then say, hey, coach, what's my next step? Can I put it on my Instagram? Can I put it here? Can you like it? Can you retweet it? They can't, unless it's after like May 1st or something, or after your senior year, after you signed your NLI. We'll talk about signing an NLI next, okay, in just a second. But now you've committed to that school. You call that coach and you say yes. In whatever year you are. Now again, hopefully it's after June 15th, after your sophomore year, because really coaches can't take commitments until June 15th after your sophomore year. But all the way up until about November, depending on what year it is and what the rules are this year, until November of your senior year. If it's after November of your senior year, it needs to be February. Okay, in most cases. Division III, it's a little bit different. Division II, it's a little bit different. But until November of your senior year, it's just your word. And I hope that you're going to stand by your word. Hill Denson, our baseball coach at Belhaven, once said, decommit is not a word. And it's not. Because if you commit to something, you are saying with everything in your heart, I am going to do it. And if you promise to do something, you can't de-promise. You can't unpromise. You made a commitment to that team. You need to keep it. All right? I'm going to get on a soapbox right here. If you're going to commit and you're going to call that coach and say yes, do not call back and say no. Stand by your word. And hopefully you've done your homework up until this point, because I cannot stand to have anybody say that they're not going to go and honor their word, because your word means a lot. So make sure you know before you go. Got it? Is this the school for you? Know that before you call the coach and tell them. But then your senior year in November, you are going to sign a letter of intent. It's called signing day. You have a whole week to do it, but most people do it on that very first day. And what the coach is going to do is they're going to give you what they call an NLI. It stands for, we talked about it in Unit 2, it stands for National Letter of Intent. Now, most schools, I would say probably 75% of the schools use an NLI. NAIA schools do. Sometimes they call it a grant and aid from their institution. Division II and Division I all participate in the NLI. Division III has no NLI. They have what they call a celebratory letter. All right? It sounds really awesome, but it's just a letter. But it's basically a signed letter saying that you commit to go to that school. NLIs you can't get out of. Celebratory letters you can, but again, I told you before, do not decommit. There's no such thing. Okay? If you're going to commit to a school, go to that school. Once you sign that NLI, you fax it back to the coach or you email it back to the coach. I'm not exactly sure if there's a necessity anymore to fax it to a school, but you send that signed letter back to a coach. Once you send that signed letter, you might have to do it through snail mail, okay? But once that coach has your signed letter, guess what? Woo! You are now a Blazer, okay? You are now an Eagle. You are now a Bulldog. You are now a Gator. Go Gators. All right? You are now a Husky. Whatever it is, you are now a part of that program, and you cannot leave. The National Letter of Intent it's done, okay? Now you become a part of that program. So that's what signing day is all about. Now, do you have to have a party for it? No, you can sit in your room at your office or on your desk at school and sign the letter, take a picture of it, PDF it, and email it to your coach. You don't have to have one, but why not celebrate this decision? The next 4 years of your life are going to be awesome because you've taken your time to go through this course and realize this is the school you want to spend 4 years at. I did not mention the transfer portal because you're not leaving that school. You are making a decision for 4 years. So before you sign that national letter of intent, really focus and make sure it's the school you need to be at, the school God wants you to be at. But now we're at signing day, okay? Get some punch, get some cake, get some balloons, invite your grandparents, your friends, everybody. Now, if you invite the coach, not every time can he come there. Division I, Division II, and Division III, all NCAA schools are not allowed to have the coach with you, okay? They are not allowed to send you a jersey or a thing to put on the table that says their school. They can't send you any tangible object. They cannot send you anything. So the only thing that you have from the school is that NLI, that little piece of paper you're about to sign. NJCAA and NAIA allow coaches, if they can, if they have in their budget, to go to signing days. But NCAA, the coach will not come to your signing day. So don't be mad at them. Don't be a lot of them. I want to come to them on signing days. I want to celebrate with you because I get to spend 4 years with you now. Okay? But on that signing day, it's a wonderful day. Enjoy it. The recruiting process is now officially over. No coach will call you anymore other than your coach or the coach at your school if that coach gets fired. Hopefully not. All right? But we've taken you from today to signing day. I'm so proud of you. I'm so excited about you. Email me. Tell me, hey, Coach D, because of your program, I followed your steps and now I'm at my dream school. That's wonderful. I'd love to announce it on the Volley Academy website. Hey, this person went through the course and now they're playing at XYZ University. I'd love to do that if you'd allow me to, and if the NCAA will let me, I'm going to do it. If you do it at my school, I don't think I'm allowed to. But every other school I can say stuff about, all right? I'm so excited for you. I'm glad that not only you committed to the school, but now you're gonna sign at the school. I'm excited about the next 4 years. You have 4 years at your dream school because you took the time to go step by step in finding the right school for me and going through all of these rules and all of these things to get into your school. I'm excited for you. Congratulations. I hope you've enjoyed the course. I hope that you'll talk to you and tell your friends. If you still are a freshman and you went through this whole course, rewind and get ready for this day whenever you're a senior. It's a wonderful day as a senior. I'm excited for you. I want nothing but the best. Please do me a favor. Go through the quizzes. There's a couple of things that I need you to understand and I want you to put into your head as you go and you start the recruiting process if you're not all the way finished. And then I have a couple of things at the end for you, a little certificate and some other things after you get through with those quizzes and those tests. But thanks so much. I'm proud of you and I hope God blesses your journey. He's going to direct your paths. He's going to make them straight. Okay? Just submit to him and he's going to take care of you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you and I wish you nothing but the best. Thanks a lot. God bless.